Good morning and happy. Y'all see that quick check? I gotta give a quick check. Uh, if you let me give the let me get this out the way. If you are new to the channel or if you're referred to the channel, if you like what I say, hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe. Look, we got no mask now, so I get to share the pearly whites. Uh, Music, the top. I have a friend and he is 65 years old, and I finally told him, I said it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And I mean the type of music that he wants to put out, even though he plays phenomenally. He you can book a gig at a bar, you can book a gig at somebody's resort spot, but that's not what we're doing. That's not what. It's not the gigs that we're trying to do. I told him. I said a 10-minute song, a 10-minute song that you want to dole out to the public isn't gonna work. It's not, dude. And well, I just want us to work on these three songs. That's not. I said we're not doing that. Flat out. Who the heck is Josh to tell you what you're gonna do and what you're not gonna do? Now keep this in mind. I have owned a business for over 12 years. I know how to market. I know how to market. Not only this business, I know how to market myself. Keep this in mind. Guitar Center offered me a job because I know how to market their products. When sitting there playing their products. Matter of fact, if I sit down and spend time with it, I understand marketing, I understand clientele, I understand people. I am a business owner, I'm a salesperson, I'm a marketer. I market myself, and if you give me an idea, I can tell you if that's gonna work and if that's not gonna work. Let me pause this video for a sec. Gotta go get some. Well, no, you guys seeing this live. So I flat out told him this isn't gonna work. Hey, how you doing? I got changed on pump 14. Good morning.
We're gonna lose them, huh? They're not jumping, they're rolling. That's right. They're rolling away. I like that.
So I was able to tell him that's not going to work. Keep in mind when I started my business.
That's right.
5, 10, 15, 16, 17.
Thank you. Keep in mind when I started my business, I had an idea for my business. Somebody told me it wasn't going to work. A decade later, you have trucks rolling around doing that business. And mind you, I was the first to come out with that business. I was the first. You see that fingerprint on the back of the phone? A company, S&S Concepts in Illinois, told me that idea wasn't going to work. And I said, yes, it will. So keep this in mind. I'm a person that I am a thinker. I can tell you because I've already thought about it. I'm working with this Latin entertainer, Latin musician, and he told me an idea for Vegas, and I said, dude, that's hot. That's gonna work. And he's already pre-booked. He said, you said it was gonna work. Keep in mind, I'm gonna throw out a disclaimer. I'm not a piano player. I am not a pianist, even though you guys see me playing the piano. You guys see me doing different things. And it's like I have to tell Tito, I said, this is not my role. I said, my role is in production. My role is meeting the hot people, meeting the stars, meeting people like you and telling you what's going to work and what's not going to work. That's my job. That is my job. I can also orchestrate, hear music, blah, blah, blah. But my main job, my main goal, my main role, my main functioning part in this organization is producing. Finding local talent, the Puff Daddies. And one guy called it right. When I was talking to him, he said, you're more on the producing tip. He said, you like to find people that are hot. I said, yeah, that's exactly what I like to do. And I can write. I love to write. I tell people before I even play piano, I'm a writer. I'm a writer. I can tell a artist that got hot bars. I can tell you if you got garbage bars. I can spit bars to you because I've done it to other people, and it's like, that's really dope because I'm a writer. But with that being said, I told him, I said, you have to realize the age that you are. I'm 43, and if I'm just breaking into the music business, my money, I'm not banking money on myself. I can play all the 90s R&B in the world. People go, oh, people eventually yawn at that because that's not what's on the radio waves right now. So what do I do to keep ideas fresh? I go ahead and I listen to what's out on the billboards, top billboards for the top 50 songs of this week. Top this, okay, Adele's hot, even though, Adele makes music. I got something for Adele. I can make her type of music. But eventually, I probably go to sleep. I go to sleep on my own music sometimes, which I had to switch it up. It's like I tried to tell the artist, I tried to tell this guy, you want to work on these 3 songs, you need to be working on multiple songs, not just focusing on 3. Get those 3 out the way, churn and burn them, throw it out there. And if they don't stick, oh well, but you need to have some other things to put out there. It's like this. Somebody asked him to play something different. I think they yelled it out because he plays the same song all of the time. Well, I'm just getting it perfect. I said, you should have it perfected by now. I remember somebody did that to me, and this is the main reason why I stopped playing the same songs all the time. Just another sad love song rocking. I stopped playing the same song. I wanted to keep ideas fresh. Let me play some Matuno. Let me play some bachata. What's that you like? My goal was to start playing diverse music so that I wouldn't bore the listener. Because that's how music is. There's so many times that we can listen to Close Your Eyes, Make a Wish. There's so many times that we can listen to Boyz II Men before it just becomes just another R&B song. It's our favorite, but we can set that on the shelf. We can set that on the shelf. We got to keep ideas new. We have to keep ideas fresh. Music comes in currents. It comes in waves. It's almost like wind, tumultuous wind. Not everything that I'm going to play for people, and this is what I realized, not everything that I play for people are going to like. People might not pay attention to it. I might play some R&B. A classically trained pianist won't even look up. They'll be like, all right, that's nice. You play some Chopin or something that they play and you mix it in your mix, you get their attention. It's almost like you're fishing. Almost equating, you can go to a lake or you can go to a body of water and you can have a bait. You can have a bait full of breadcrumbs and you could throw those breadcrumbs in the water and them breadcrumbs may taste like the best croutons in the world, but if that's not what they're biting, it's not going to do anything. You have to keep your ear to the ground. You have to listen to what they're listening to. And what I mean by they is it's great. We got some 50-year-old, 60-year-old singers. I don't need those. Their voice is great. They need to be working with the 20-year-olds. They need to be working, okay, you got a beautiful voice. All right, well, why don't you need to work with a young, hot talent because that is what is going to sell. That's what sells in music. Sex, drugs, and something else. Sex, drugs, and money. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. Not to say that we have to make music geared towards that, but within music likes to stay young. You have no matter what I think of Drake's music. I'm a 80s, 90s Bone Thugs. No matter. And here's the thing. I was listening to some rap music of our time. Some was it Scarface? And I was like, wow, this is it's really this would not sell today because that's not what our ears are trained to listen to today. So you have to keep your ear to the ground to find out what these people are listening to. So when I talked to her, I asked my wife, I said, babe, what do you listen to get you in the mood? Yeah, we're gonna go there. What gets you in the mood to work out? What gets you in the mood to what gets you in the mood to lift your hands and worship Jesus? I know that worship music, but sometimes some worship music puts you to sleep too. Oh, no, man. Heaven gonna be an exciting place. Heaven gonna be on and popping. You know, we serve a Lord that neither sleeps nor slumbereth. He's jumping up there. Keep your ear to the ground. Find out what other people are listening to, and not just black people, not just white people. If it's like, man, I want to go to Louisiana, find out what the horns are listening to, because here's the thing: if you start listening to what they're listening to, and you have the ability to pick up and play an instrument and play that back, dude, you're gonna be hot. But if you keep ignoring it, and that's the problem with a lot of the old artists at 65, they get stuck. You cannot get stuck. I can't get stuck. You know, if I want to sell and market my music, I had to change the beat to it. I had to change the tempo. What do you got? What you putting in? I had to ask young people, 26, 25, you know, what you listening to? What you know, okay, let me check out this trap music. You know, and if you don't like the harshness of it, go ahead and use it and turn it and alter it just a little bit. But it's important. You know, I make beautiful music. I make music that people ask me, are you a film scorer? No, I'm not a film scorer, but that's only for those type of listeners. You know, and those listeners are far, you know, you got to be into some movies. Keep your eye to the ground, and I'm telling you, the youth, the young people is where it's at. Find out what the young kids listen to, what they stinky leg into, and I know stinky leg was over 10 years ago. I don't know what they're doing now, but find out what they're listening to, and or incorporate that into your music. As far as selling, and trust me, you're going to come out with some dynamic works that they're going to listen to, that they're going to want to purchase, that they're going to want to stream, and they're going to put, see, my money isn't going to come from me playing. My money is going to come from looking at the young artists and saying, hey dude, I got something for you. I think you like that flavor. Go ahead, let me know what you think about that. And take all the criticism. Take all, hey, can you vibe to that? Can you do this? Yo, LaRussell, can you do this? Kanye's 43 years old. I probably wouldn't send him anything. I'm looking for the young, up-and-coming bosoming artists. I wouldn't even send Drake anything, no Drake type beat, because Drake's already known. I want the people that's going to take their spots, because it comes in rotation. You know, I'm just a man behind the scenes. Let me see what you listen to. What's the young kids? Young, hot, new talent. You know, underground artists. You know, and because you want to get those. Forget the Drakes. You know, LaRussell's up and coming, and you try to grab his attention, but you want to get the ones that's making their way to the surface. You don't want to get the ones at the surface. They're already there. You want to get the ones that's coming up, you know, okay, let me fish you something, because a lot of times, you know, you may be the one to have the resources that they don't have. I'm 43 years old. You know, I got equipment that bangs. You know, I got this, I got that, and I'm gonna keep adding to it. And if I keep having that, it's like, okay, well, I'll send you a link, send you this, send you that, send you a melody. All of a sudden, you know, they may catch some of my old flavor. This is what I was telling Tito. I said, dude, chop up your stuff, use this melody, use that, learn how to orchestrate the music, learn how to orchestrate, and then market that to the younger people. Forget about you, because you're not gonna make it. Not at 65. You're not. I'm just a real. I'm not gonna make it at 43. I'm not. But I'm looking for somebody that's 22, 23, 24 with the ambition, and I'm gonna go ahead and market to him and be like, yo, you're gonna be the face of it. I'm gonna be behind the scenes putting everything together, because here's the thing: if I'm already paying my artists, you know, my royalties already 50%. It's already 50%. I can already get 50% of the cut if you like what I'm doing. And especially if you already know how to play and entertain and do all that jumping up and down and tootsie rolling and stuff like that. I'm not doing that. You're gonna do that. But I got some flavor for you. Keep this in mind. Learn how to market your product. Learn how to market your product. Understand your target audience. You really won't catch me playing Prince. Prince has been dead for I forgot, years now. Michael has been gone for years now, and true, I might be able to take snippets of it and incorporate that feel into the music, and it'll catch the older cats and young cats maybe like that's hot, but you gotta take bits and pieces out of it and make it your own and then throw it to the young crowd. Throw it to them. Hey, what you think about this? I don't even want to perform. I said, no, my goal isn't to perform in a hotel or somebody's restaurant. I'm not a performer. I'm a behind the scenes writer. Now, don't get me twisted. If you want me to go ahead and play, I play and I play well, but that's not my goal. That's the reason why I didn't play for the church. That's not my goal. If that had been my goal, that would have put me in a box. I would be sitting there playing the church music in Bethel today. And I'm like, no. And I wouldn't have advanced as far as I've gone. That's why I'm like, no. Look at King Richard, the movie King Richard that Will Smith did, and you'll understand exactly why he didn't let his girls do A, B, C, and D. It would have contained them and put them in a box. I'm trying to stay out of the box. No, I'm not playing for you. That's why I told him, I said, I'm not doing that. I'm not working on just your 3 songs. We're not gonna do that. I help you. I might be like, that sounds good. I might tell you it's good for you, but that's garbage to the outside world because you're 65, I'm 43. People still say, hey, dude, you got a young, because I pay attention to what the young kids are listening to. What are you guys listening to? Like if I had a son or a daughter right now, and I'm not gonna sit there and come down to the level like, I don't know what the language they're talking now. I'm like, what y'all listening to? Let me see. Okay, let me see what I can do with it. And then you guys let me know when I give it back to you if it's something you can rock to. And if you can rock to it, let's do some work. That's how it's done. That is exactly how it's done. So, I mean, remember, if you agree, if you don't agree, just listen. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. But that's my take, and it's probably the most rawest take in the music industry that others that are looking to get out there. I gave it to you raw. Like you may sound good to you may have perfected it to you, but that's not what they're listening to. That's not what they're listening to. It's not gonna work. and chances are, guess what happens a year later? Because he even told me, well, I've been playing like this for the past 20 years and haven't made money off of it because you've been playing the same SHIT. You've been stuck in a box. When you go in the Guitar Center, don't go in there to play your same music. Don't go in there. I don't care if you have to sit there until the Holy Spirit or something comes upon you and play something different. Play and rock out to something totally brand new. Sometimes you gotta go. Well, sometimes you gotta go. Everybody knows your name. When nobody knows your name, and literally play something that you just put together, and you would be amazed at the dynamics. Matter of fact, I start recording right there, start writing stuff down. Boom, I gave it to you raw right there. I'm not playing the same stuff over and over again. And when I do play the same stuff over and over again, I'll probably do that in my private time so I can perfect it. I don't want people screaming, play something different. Is that all you know how to play? That happened to me one time, and I was like, nah, that's not going to happen to me again. I don't care if people yell, play a whole, one guy said, why don't you play a whole song? It's because I'm learning different pieces of music altogether. I'll play your whole song, but it's like that's my goal is now I'm putting in work. I'm putting beats together. I'm putting this together. Sometimes a beat doesn't take a whole song. It may just take a snippet of my song. Like I told him, I said, dude, play 64 bars. I timed it out. I sat there, listened to the timing. They come in around 20 seconds. Put something together for 64 bars. Take your best work, take a piece of it, and throw it in and sprinkle it all over those 64 bars. Take some drums here, take some piano. All right, change the instrumentation. Then give it back to me. Let's make something that's gonna taste very great. It's kind of like having all the ingredients to the best cake. You got all the ingredients to the cake. Now let's put it all together. Put that cake in the oven. Bring it out. That was dynamic. What inspired you? Well, what started was this piece that I started playing here, and I just started playing the whole entire piano melody. Well, we didn't hear all that in the piece. We just heard bits and pieces of it. But you see how the whole thing came together to create this awesome piece of cake. So keep that in mind. Happy Saturday. I got to get to work. I think this is the longest video I've ever made. It's not a rant. It's just where my head's at. All right. Peace. and hair grease, old terms. All right, I'm out. One. Using all those 90s terms.